Xinja Bank goes bust. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee because, well, a bank is now shutting down here in Australia. One of the new banks, new competitors to the big four, Xinja. And this is their media release. Let's have a look at this, guys. They're shutting down, which is a sad day for competition, really. You want more competition in this sector. Not that, so maybe we'll get slightly more than the 1.3% interest or 1.7% interest. A funny thing, I was driving back from a client pickup yesterday, and I had Mina came along with me, a little 7-year-old, and on the radio they were advertising payday loans. So I was explaining to her the concept of a payday loan and how insane the interest rates are. And I told her, well, we're getting 1.75% with our Rabobank money. And if, say, you borrow $200, because they were advertising $200, and you had to pay another $20 back, that, within a week, that works out to be about 500% a year. Now, what's better? Is it fair? 500% interest or 1.75? It just shows you how some of there's definitely, they're vultures in this industry, and they're taking advantage of the poor people, really. And our education system needs to hopefully plug the caps. Well, we'll see. Maybe I'm naive in expecting that. Although I'm thinking nowadays, we've got more access to YouTube and information than ever before. I think it's probably smarter just to get people watching a few hundred episodes of Dave Ramsey rants. That might wake them up. More useful than innumerable Commonwealth Bank savings accounts or school propaganda. So let's have a look at this. Xinja Bank withdraws deposit accounts and will hand back their ADI license, so their authorized deposit institution. So they're shutting down. Xinja Bank has today announced its plans to withdraw its transaction and savings account products and return its ADI license. After a year marked by COVID-19 and an increasingly difficult capital raising environment, and following a review of the market in Australia, Xinja has decided to withdraw the bank account and stash, their savings account, and cease being a bank. So the bank is closing down. This was an incredibly hard decision, Xinja said. We hope to refocus the business in other areas, such as our US share trading product, Dabble, should circumstances allow. Now, what's interesting is who are the investors into Xinja. There's some of them are consumers. Some of them are consumers who've invested into the initial, not really an IPO, but as initial customers. Are they going to lose out? There you go. I mean, is another US share trading product something that Australia needs? How many of them are there? Xinja is already safely executing the return of customers' deposits, which will continue over the next couple of weeks. The Australian Prudential Regulation Authority, APRA, is closely monitoring Xinja's return of deposits to ensure that funds are returned in an orderly and timely manner. Under the terms of the product, Xinja is giving customers the required 7-day notice before closing the stash account, will be encouraging them to transfer any funds out of bank accounts as soon as possible. The Xinja app and support teams will be available to help customers make the transition during this period. And we have a look here. Their website, it's not showing anything with their products. So I've brought up a web archive of it so we can see what this product is. So Stash, and that's why it looks so funny. A quick and easy way to save money, no strings, just Stash. So a savings account linked to your bank account. Please note, due to overwhelming demand, well, it doesn't look like they've had overwhelming demand. This was captured in October. So they've obviously been, planning this for some time. Because if they had overwhelming demand, you wouldn't imagine they'd be shutting down. So, due to overwhelming demand, Xinja is not opening any new stash accounts at the moment. We're hoping to offer new stash accounts in a couple of months. For our blog about why we paused, please click here. Well, no, you're not. You're not offering any new stash accounts. You're shutting down the entire bank. So I don't know what that looks like. So here's the juicy details. Earn 1.5% interest on balances up to $150,000 with no strings attached, no intro period, no minimum deposits or payments, set up via a mobile app. Quickly stash what you can spare from your daily spending. So Please note, Xinja is not opening any new. Yep, you need one of their normal bank accounts. So it's similar to kind of what I'm getting with my ING account at the moment, where I've got a savings maximizer and then a normal one, and I'm getting 1.3% bonus. I mean, these are the interest rates that we're getting now, guys. These are the interest rates that we're getting. So 1.5, I can see it's better than nothing. Hey, it's beating inflation. You leave it at the Combank, you're going to go negative when you take inflation into account at 0.7. So let's have a look at how the media is responding to this. Neobank Xinja blames the coronavirus pandemic for its flop. Australian digital-only bank is closing its doors, blaming one thing for not being able to raise funds for investment. Digital-only bank Xinja will close its savings and transactions accounts, saying the pandemic has stifled its ability to attract new investors. So they're not really getting, that demand wasn't as high as they were saying, was it? The Neobank, which launched in 2019, said on Wednesday it will close its Xinja bank and stash accounts, saying capital-raising initiatives had become impossible because of the economic impacts caused by the pandemic. At the beginning of 2020, Xinja advertised a lucrative 3% savings rate on its deposit accounts, which was initially retained after the Reserve Bank clipped the cash rate twice in March due to the lockdown. Well, there you go, 3%. I can imagine people would rush for that. Xinja said the decision was in part to direct resources to focus on the development of its US share trading platform, Dabble. Well, we'll have to see how that goes. If there's more heat and more excitement in the US market, well, that might encourage some people to invest. If it's free, what Australia needs is we need our own version of Robin Hood. That's what we need to get here. Obviously, this has been an incredibly tough call, as all of us here wanted to be able to offer you a new amazing way to bank. But after the pandemic and an increasingly difficult capital raising environment affecting who is willing to invest in a new bank, we are convinced that the best thing for Xinja is to pivot away from being a bank, Xinja said in a statement. Xinja said it would hand back its banking license to the Australian Prudential Regulation Authority. Customers' money will be transferred to another banking account. The federal government guarantees up to $250,000 of someone's funds if an institution collapses. Xinja has marketed itself as a neobank that would disrupt Australia's banking sector. Well, you can't fight the Big Four, can you? The company was initially planning on offering home loans by the middle of 2020. Its other major competitors were Volt and Bendigo backed digital bank Up. Have you heard of any of these guys? Have you heard of Volt or Xinja? I honestly haven't heard of them until this moment where they've gone under, where they've flopped. Or sorry, pivoting. But there you go. There we have it. Xinja is gone. Another bank bites the dust. Have you used them, guys? Are you a fan of this bank? How did you find it? Did you try and get the 3% interest? I wouldn't blame you if you did. I mean, interest rates are such a joke right now, but there we have it. Another bank going under. I really hope everyone gets their money back and the process is seamless. But there you go. Maybe we've got a few too many banks here in Australia, but we still need competition. It's hard to break that stranglehold of the Big Four. They really have cemented their position. Anyway, guys, maybe the removal of, the Dolomites and those school banking programs, maybe that will be enough to kind of crack the stranglehold the Big Four have on the market. Remember, CBA, I think last time I checked, was #1 market cap company in Australia. That just shows you, guys. Compare that to other countries, we ain't that impressive. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know your experiences. Have you banked with a neobank, and how did you find it? If you're a fan of the channel and want to support the content I create here, there are a few ways you can. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. You can buy merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, everyone, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye for now.